we'll be looking at the spot filling brush tool as part of our toolbar appreciation. So let's get right with it. Alright, so let's come here and click spot filling brush tool. Let me demonstrate how this works. Let's read description first. Removes marks and blemishes. You can go and learn more if you like, but I'll be showing you how it works here today. So let's zoom in. As you can see, my model here has a few spots and pimples on his face and some I don't know, fabrics or whatever. So let's get right into it. With the spot filling tool selected, shortcut J, you can see this small circle here. Let's bring it over here to this white spot here and click. So let's zoom in more so that we can actually see what we are doing. Go back. So here, click. You can see it's gone. Let's look for another example. This pimple here, and click. You can see that one too is gone. Just to make sure that whichever imperfections you are trying to make disappear, make sure this circle encompasses the spot or pimples totally, so that you can have a seamless removal. Or let's assume it's not even a spot or a line or a streak. Let's say we come here and decide to remove this. You just hold down and drag and release. You can see it's gone. So that is how the spot filling works. If you have a blemish or imperfection that is larger than this circle, just go to your bracket keys and the right one will increase, the left side will decrease as a shortcut. Or you can come here, up here in your options bar, and increase the size of your brush or your cursor or selector, whichever way you feel like. Or the shortcodes are the bracket keys to increase or decrease the size of your brush. Alright, so let's continue. The next one in this stack is the healing brush tool. Let's see how this works. Brief description. Repairs imperfection by painting with pixels from another part of the image. Alright, so the way I know this works is, let's say we are trying to remove this pimple or this one, or let's say we are trying to make this side of his face disappear with as little effort as possible, and we have decided to replace them with a less rough patch of the skin, maybe somewhere right around here. You will just come here, hold down the Alt key and select release. Then come up here and click down and start painting. And you can see the cursor is moving over the areas that we are replacing that part of the image with. So if that's the way you want to go, that's how that works. So let's do a Ctrl Z on that. Now, when you come to the options bar up here, you see a list of nodes that you can work with to use the use the healing brush tool. So the current mode is normal. We have replace, we have multiply, screen, darken, lighten, color, luminosity. So we use the normal mode first. Let's come to replace and see if there is any difference in how it comes out. I hold Alt and I click and I come back here. As you can see, there's a difference in what is happening with the replace. Let's do Ctrl Z. Come back here. Go down. Let's see what multiply we do. Same thing. Hold Alt key down. Please come here and paint. So this is multiply for you. And Ctrl Z. Let's come back. Screen. Let's see how the screen will work out. And so on and so forth. You use the one that works best for you. You can see the skin is actually not really doing anything, but from what I can tell, it's not removing pimples, but it's like regularizing the skin tone, if I might say, making these parts of the skin less dark than it was initially. So let's do Ctrl Z and see. Oh no, not less dark, maybe darker. So I think the normal part is a pretty good job. So you just go and go through and see which one works best for you. You have source, sample, current layer. Please always choose current layer in case you do not like how it comes out, so you can just Ctrl Z or delete that layer and start over. Alright, let's continue down this toolbar stack. The next one we have here is the patch tool. So let's read the brief description. Replace a selected area with pixels from another part of the image. Alright, so let's try and improve the patch of skin up here by selecting it and looking for a patch of skin anywhere else on the space where we would like this part to look like. So we click and drag and bring it here. You can see as we are dragging it, it's showing us the skin patches around the area that we're dragging it to. So I think this looks closer to the skin tone of the area that we're trying to change, and I will release. And you can see the pimple around this part that was there before is gone. So let me do a Ctrl Z so that we see where we're coming from. Can you see? And they are back. So that's how that works. Okay, let's move on to the next tool on the menu here, which is the content aware move tool. Let's click and read the description. Select and moves parts of an image and automatically fills the area left behind. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's see, we come here to, as usual, we are trying to improve this area. So let's say we decide that okay, we're going to be selecting this part here for this region, and then let's say we want to select another part from here, maybe for this part of the face. So let's click and drag. Okay, I'm a little short of this area, so let's see what happens. And we okay, click, yeah, and it has, let's do Ctrl D and see where we are at. So it has tried. try and sort of improve the areas that the graph is still to. So another thing I would like to point out is if you come to the options bar, you will see mode, mode, structure, and color. This color, I'm almost at the edge of this color because when you do the selection and move, there's a tendency for the new place you have moved to be a lot darker than the surrounding skin. So the higher it comes, the lighter Photoshop will try to make your new part of the skin become. Let's assume we're at 0 here. I will try to move this and use it to cover this space up there. You will see that I was trying to do the select Ctrl D. You will see that this part is a lot darker than it should be at 0. So the more you increase it, let's do a Ctrl Z and do that again. After we have increased the color. So let's come here, do the same selection and move it to cover this part of the skin. And you will see that Photoshop will attempt, as you can see, to make the skin lighter than it was when it was at 0. So let's deselect and see. As you can see, the first time we were at 0 at color, it was a lot darker than this. Now we're at 9. Trying to blend it with the skin tone around the surrounding region. So like I said earlier, anytime you're working in Photoshop and you can see that your results are not really vibing with you, you can come to the options bar and tweak some things around and then see what happens. Alright, let's move on to the next tool on our toolbar, which is the red eye tool. Suspect we all know what the red eye is from in the photo, and that is when light reflects off the back of the retina and reflects back into the sensor on the camera, giving it a red color. Then you have a model who has a red spots, red points in the center of their eyes. So what you do with this tool is, if you have such a picture, you come, bring the cursor up to your model's eyes, click and drag to cover the red parts of the eye and release. And the software will correct the redness for you. And that is how that works. Later on in the future, maybe if I can find one of those pictures where we have a model that has red points in their eyes, we can come back here so that I can show you exactly how it works. If you enjoyed this session, go down below, click the subscribe button and follow for more. Thank you.